Welcome back to a brand new episode of Mastering Programming. In today's episode, I'll be showing you how to create this very cool blur effect on text, which allows you to blur a whole bunch of text and only show the ones where the user's eyes are directly focusing on it, just like you're seeing it now. This is very useful if your website has a lot of text. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's an article, and you want the user to only be able to focus on a specific text. I'll show you how to edit the blur, how to edit the background, how to create this really cool effects. And it's actually very easy to do. And you can see as I'm scrolling up and down, it automatically adjusts to show the one that we are looking at. Without further ado, let's get started. Welcome back, guys. Now, as you can see, I've got a blank website here, a studio website, and the only thing that I added is just a gradient color. So this is not really important. You can ignore it if you want. I simply selected gradient and then I just added a random angle here. You can really adjust this as you want. It doesn't make any difference. Now, the first thing that I'm going to be adding is a container. So to do this, we are simply going to click on the plus icon. I'm going to go to container and I'm going to drag any of these containers as I want it to be. I'm going to select the first one, which comes over here. And what I will do is I'll change the background's opacity from here so that it's transparent, so that we're only looking at the background of this. Now I'm going to drag this and I'll place it all the way at the top, and we don't want it to be this big. We can just have it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and add this like that. What I'll do next is I'll add an image text, so I'll click on the plus icon and I'm going to go to quick add, and let's go ahead and add a title just like this. That's actually perfect. Now I'm going to increase it. It automatically added inside of the container. I'll put it right in the center and I want to align it so that it's at the center like this. There we go. Cool. Now over here, what I can do is we can straight away go click on the text. We're going to click on this animation and effects button. We're going to click on scroll because we want the animation to work based on our scroll on the website. And I'm going to click on add. Now the effect that we want is blur. You can obviously go ahead and try around and play with different sort of effects, but I'm going to go ahead and just select blur. And we're going to select to its design. So as we're going to the design, we want it to be blurry. And over here, I'm going to click on adjust animation. Let's make the intensity 20. And then over here, I want this to be up to 40. So up until we're at 40, this is where the design is. Up until we're 40% of the screen, the blur is at full intensity of 20. Now, as we're approaching it, it's going to be clear. And now you can see 100%. After that, what I'll do is I'll click on this container and I'm going to click again. It's already selected animations and effects, and then scroll. I'm going to add another blur animation. This time it's going to be from its design. So as we're scrolling away, we also want it. I'm going to click on adjust animation. Again, intensity, we're going to add 20. And you might realize that things might start being a little bit blurry already. And I'm going to make it start from 60. There we go. Awesome. Now that we've got this, what I will do is I'll simply, first of all, just reduce this because we don't want it to be that big. So let's add this all the way to the top. And I'm going to add this like that. Now what I will do is I'll hold this and then I'll duplicate it once. And let's go ahead and place this like that. Let's go ahead and click on layers just over here. We're going to select both of these containers and right click, or we can just click over here and we're going to stack them. So now they're stacked. And what I'll do is if you go ahead and click on this button and then click on this container and just duplicate it, maybe 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it one more time. And there we go. We've got it here. Now, the best thing is that all the animations and all the settings that we've set up, because we're inside the same stack, are automatically inherited. And because we're in the same container and the setups are already there, we don't need to add the animations from and to for each single one. It automatically gets shared. Let's go ahead and add this a little bit to the top, just like this. Now, something very cool that we can do, and Studio allows us to do this, is that we can automatically adjust the spacing between all these items instantly. So I'm going to have the stack selected like this. I'm going to click on design. Let's scroll down to where we can see layout just over here. Now over there, we can select this to make it pixels, and I want it to be 10% or 10 pixels away from each other, which as you can see brings everything back closer so that the distance is 10 pixels away. Now for the final step is to actually add the paragraphs that we want. So I have a list of paragraphs that I'm going to be adding for each one. You can obviously add any text you want or any information you want in general. Now let's see what we can do. This doesn't look too good, so let's increase this. I'm just going to adjust this so that it's automatically adjusting. There we go. That looks much better. Now I'm going to add other paragraphs for each single one. There we go. Let's add one for here as well. And finally, our final paragraph. Now, because this is not really a design tutorial, I'm not going to bother with editing each of these. But let's go ahead and preview this and see how it will look like. Now, you can see straight away that only the first one, the one that's at the center of our screen, is actually not blurry. And as I scroll down, you'll see that the rest, the top one is now blurry. This one's definitely blurry as well, but the center one is not blurry. Now, this is actually very simple to do. And you can see as I go up, each one will be blurry or not blurry, as you can see. There we go. It takes sometimes a few seconds, but you can see that it will start automatically to show. This is it basically for this tutorial. It's a really cool feature if you want people to focus on a specific area on your website. And you can actually apply this, not just to text, you can apply it to anything else on your website, whether it's boxes, whether it's elements, containers, images, whatever it is, it will work exactly the same. It's very easy to do, but it adds that really cool element on your website. If you like this video, please make sure you do leave a like, maybe even a comment on what else you would like to learn or what you can suggest for me to work on the channel next. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.